Hi Scorpio, welcome. This is your forecast for the week of 17th to the 24th of November. And if you are new here, you are welcome as well. Let's see who or what is coming towards you and any other messages. The first card to pop out is the Eight of Cups. So there is a movement from a crossroad or something of a confusion, or like a lot of maybe offerings, and then there is one more cup that is coming in and allows the person to move forward. You could be moving in silence with something that is coming in for you. And sometimes the Eight of Cups can be releasing some kind of outcome or releasing something. Is like you just know that this is like it's time for this to be released. And yeah, there's an energy of moving in silence or moving on with the Eight of Cups energy. The Tower. So the Tower is Aries Scorpio energy. So when the Tower death card shows up in your reading, even the Strength to some capacity, or even the Magician, then it tells me that you are in your power. So there feels to be something here maybe regarding power. So this could be electricity. And so if you are manifesting, then there could be some frustration in manifestation or you getting to your destination. So let's say you're traveling, there could be some disruptions. You are creating, there could be maybe some internet, a power outage. Yeah, that could be significant. The Tower can also come with stormy energies, like where there's a weather storm or a form of a rainy day could be significant. Yeah, that could be the case. The Tower can also come on we are venting, or there are some like emotions that just need to be let out. So that can sometimes show up in the form of a panic attack. All right, I feel these are times where we could be working on releasing some kind of control. No matter how, how much work you have done, is something that is, it just comes, you can just, wash over without you knowing. So that can be the Tower. I can bring about different scenarios, but the ultimate thing is can be a shake-up. It can be something unexpected. So this may be a time where you're being told, yeah, get ready to make unexpected moves, or unexpected changes are coming, or you could be making some surprise moves. So it's like all that matters with the Tower, honestly, whether they are emotions, the weather, power, what matters is your presence. That is all that matters, and you will be able to catch it, before you know it. It can even be like to do with our own well-being, where something just pops up and you're like, yeah, I see that. You could react to something and you just be like, yeah, I noticed that, and then all of a sudden you're taking the necessary action either to prevent or to cure that. All right, so that could be the case, and I just felt guided to explain that even further. And one more thing with the Tower, in terms of, what has been happening in the spiritual world, it can come with entities and possession. So there could be something that you're aware of or you are noticing regarding possession and entities. And this may be a time where you are, if that is the case, I'm going to see more about the Tower, because there's something of a possession that could also be coming up over here. Ace of Wands. Okay, with the Tower and Ace of Wands, that can also show up as maybe some passionate energy. Some of you could be having some love connection, maybe a renewal of fire, a renewal of a flame, a rekindling. So for some of you, this could be a twin flame connection, for example. And of course, just like that passion fire, this can come with new inspirations, new ideas. So some of you could be having some aha moments, sudden realizations, sudden epiphanies. And if these are inspirations coming to you with the Ace of Wands, no matter how it comes, it's to do with the crown chakra energy. So that means you're going to be seeing something very clearly. You could also be, perhaps there's something that just needs to be. Sometimes, no matter how much we try, the Tower just has to happen. That is because there is a pent up energy or something very heavy and it just needs to be let out. So if you're someone who likes to hold up your emotions for quite some time, then you could actually be in a place where you're just like, is one that can be easily underestimated, and then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, you go like that. So be aware of anything as well that could try to play on that or could try to trigger you. Ace of Wands and then Ten of Wands. The Ace of Wands is showing new passionate beginnings. The Ten of Wands is showing the end of something of a hard work. So I feel like you have the end of hard times. There are new beginnings, endings that are happening all together, and with that comes a new level of balance, and I'm getting justice for some of you as well. With the Ten of Wands, this is Sagittarius energy. Hmm. There could be some hard working or some kind of harvest that you are coming to, a form of materializing from spirit. The chariot. With the chariot, there is an energy of a transportation vehicle. Um, you could have some connection to cancer, or there's some form of protection that you're doing, or you're taking up some kind of challenge. Sometimes the chariot can show like personal growth, development, and success. So it feels like your hard work is paying off here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the lovers. So the lovers is showing up as a major decision. A portal is opened. Sometimes with the lovers, yeah, there could be a love connection, just like what came with the tower, ace of wands, and the 10 of wands. So I feel like you have a major decision to make. And with this, then there is from number 6, we are moving to the number 7. So there could be some endings that you're experiencing. Sometimes when we experience endings, like with the 8 of cups energy, I feel it could be you dropping off something. It could even be a surprise dropping off where you be like, yeah, I'm seeing it in a different way now. Or um, it could be that there's something that is cleared out where you're like, yeah, I didn't see it that way. Now I see it this way. So it could be a new level of understanding that is coming in. So not every dropping off or release is actually maybe of people. It could just be like, yeah, there's a new level of understanding or a new like inspiration that is coming in for you. So let's see what we have from the life and career deck. And then I'm going to get a card for the tower. But of course, Scorpio, if you are working hard on anything right now, then this may be a time where you are looking to maybe allocate some tasks. If you're used to doing something, it doesn't have to be to people. It could just be maybe you prioritizing, or if you have a lot on your plate, then sometimes just the awareness that you have a lot to do can also bring about an energy of overwhelm. And there's been a lot of heavy energies recently, so this may be a time where you are working further with your body. I know I see that a lot, but it's one that we continuously need reminder to work with our body, because that is where the memory is stored, that is where everything is taken. So if you're someone who experiences like inflammations, who experiences like chronic inflammations, for example, then this energetic activations that we have been experiencing, they have a huge impact on our bodies as well. So this may just be a realization for burnout, for example, and you being more conscious of that. So what you're taking up, what you allow, this may be a time where you are having to set some boundaries. There are some times where we say something is okay to another person, but then something happens and we can feel like we'll come back to the fact that, and this is not about like self-blame all the time, but we can come to the realization that maybe we allowed it. All right, it's just a new level of acknowledgement sometimes that is needed. Okay, so there could be something like that as well, but then there's another part that feels like, okay, I have done what I need to do here. That is your stuff to take, or that is your burden to take. That is not mine, right? So you will just know which one that you're allocating. So I see a new level of communication or something of an understanding that is coming in. Authority. This is like the emperor energy. So you could have some connection to, this could be to do with a boss. This could be to do with a boss-like figure or someone who may want to be in that position. But I feel like you are stepping into the energy of authority and you are taking some kind of initiative, or you are helping others to do that at this time. Authority says clashes with the boss or a challenge to your power. Okay, so if some emotions could be running high over here. Clashes with the boss or a challenge to your power will compel you to respond. Choose peaceful solutions if you can. There you have it. And then real passion. Okay, there's a mixture of a lot of passion. Ooh, Scorpio, it feels like you are in your power this week. And we just happen to be coming into the new moon in Scorpio. Real passion. I'm going to read this out, but yeah, there's something about the Ace of Wands energy. It says, stop wasting time in dead end jobs. Find your true passion. So something could be ending with the lovers, the chariot, or something has ended where you just like packed up and left. You're like, yeah, I'm done with this. You see the lovers and the chariot. So it feels like there's a major decision that you're making where you could just be like, yeah, this is not mine, and you are bringing about a new level of balance. Yeah, Let's read that again. Stop wasting time in dead-end jobs and find your true passion. It's fine to experiment, but don't settle for less than you truly deserve. Great match. You are on the verge of finding the perfect something for you. It could be the perfect work. Don't give up. You need to grow, or you may need to grow something of your own to be truly happy. Locked. Work you want may not be in reach now. You can take a temporary position while awaiting an opening. Your new place offers job security. Influence. Use your influence for change. You may do public speaking, social videos, or interviews. Your voice and opinions are important. Wow. Something is coming together for you, and it's to do with your power. Some of you could be in situations where maybe someone feels like now you feel you know better, or this may be actually a situation where you know better right now, or you are like more aware, or there's something about your intelligence or your brilliance that has come to light even more. But then there's one aspect of it that feels like, it feels really good, and then there's another part of it that feels, this person didn't think like this before, or you didn't ask this kind of questions before. That is what I'm getting. So there seems to be a questioning of, hello, like, who is this new person? Like, who are you? That is what I'm getting. And then the second part that I want to talk about is regarding Uranus in Taurus. So Uranus has been in Taurus for the past 7 years almost. And there is the new moon in Scorpio that is coming up, that is about to act as a huge turning point for you, Scorpio. So a lot of upheavals may have happened long before 2018. I'm getting 7 years, I'm getting 7 plus 3 years. So there's the end of a major cycle here regarding your passion, your fire. And it's like there's a mixture of practicality and groundedness, as well as the shocking moves or unexpected turn of events that you are experiencing right now. Now, what I feel you are coming to is some form of smarter work. Okay, there's a form of smarter work that you're coming to. It doesn't come without some struggle, but it's like with that smarter work, then you have situations that are wandering. So watch out for anything that could want to belittle your intelligence, or I'm not getting a lot of comments, but rather stares or some kind of a I'm getting hello, who this, or who are you? Who is this new person? That is what I keep getting, because there's something that you could be questioning, or something that you could be standing up for that you didn't before. Not that you didn't have it in you, but there's something that you're no longer taking, and you're just like, there is a new threshold that you're setting. And that is where that at the beginning there was something about the acknowledgement that it came with, like, okay, yeah, this is where maybe I have allowed this situation to put up the baggage in my home, or put up a baggage in my corner, all of that. But now you're like, no, take it. And that may look harsh, but then it's like you understand what that has brought to you. Okay, you understand what kind of clearing you have had to do. So it's like you understand the pain of some work that you have done, and then now you're not allowing it to get to a certain level anymore. This is what I'm getting for you. So it's like there's a new threshold of what it is that you allow in, regarding burden, regarding responsibility. And not everyone is going to like it, and not everyone is liking it. And it's just for your awareness, so that you continue to understand that there is a light, and then there's always a shadow that somehow is cast with that light, at the end of the day. And with that, it will come with your new level of integration and how you navigate the world. And either you stay on your own, or you go out there, but it's all about your own level of independence and identity right now, and then how you be in the world and materialize your manifestations. Wow. So I'm going to pick a few cards from the angels and ancestors. What do we have for Scorpio? So one thing to be aware of is like there's a new direction that you're moving in with the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Wands. Lord, take charge with authority. Interesting. So you have authority over here, authority. The Lord, oh, Air Guardian, shift your perception. And then Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. Peacekeeper, a harmonious resolution is possible. This is the Taurus Virgo card. There's something to do with cultivation, farming. And you see the Ten of Wands is also an energy of harvest. Trader is giving exchange, transaction. There's something that you're becoming more conscious of regarding, or you could be raising some kind of awareness. And it's to do with the law of exchange. In terms of energy, money. But there's something about the exchange that is coming up here. And it's like when we are more aware of exchange in our lives, so I could stay here and while I'm speaking, there's an energetic exchange between me and the person who is listening. So it's like my work continues to be to do my own cleansing before I come in here, but I also understand that I do not have a lot of power or influence over how that exchange may happen from the outside, right? So there's one thing that I can control, and then there are others that I cannot control. So it feels like there's some, in a very simple sentence here, there feels like there is some very unfair ox. Okay, ox could be significant or oxen, but there is a, you see this, there is an unfair exchange that is going on. It's an unfair exchange. It could be that you're being paid for something and you are given way more, or but it has to do with, one feels to be to do with maybe finances, or could be their power, or maybe some kind of power dynamic. And then the other one feels to be to do with energy. So one may feel like what they give is more than, or they deserve, like, just because I give this, then this is what I demand of you. So I feel strongly this could be a workplace for many of you, or something to do with power dynamics, relationships. Whoa. Yeah, the trader card feels like a warning to whoever these are or these situations, because this is about a fair exchange. It's not equal. It's not 50-50, but there feels to be an unfair exchange. The air guardian, shifting your perception or some form of a shift. There, yes, this is you actually making some surprise moves. This is you being in the energy of the unexpected. So some of you could even be quiet people, and then all of a sudden you're doing something. It doesn't, couldn't be that you're speaking. You don't have to be speaking, but there's something of an energetic influence that you have that could be causing some tears, or that could be causing some kind of reactions right now. So it feels to me that this has gotten away with this for quite some time now. Okay, this is what it feels like. Yeah, get ready to take charge even more. Even the chariot is talking about taking charge. The Air Guardian, one more thing before we round up. The Air Guardian is all about not allowing anything to play mind games with you. And then the Lovers is right there. The Lovers is Gemini energy. This is Venus. So there's something to do with Mercury retrograde in Scorpio as well. So I feel like there is something that is opening up for you. It feels to be an opportunity, an offer. You will just know if this is worth negotiating or you are dropping this off. Okay, Scorpio, I hope that this was helpful. Wow, there was a huge turning point right there in the middle somewhere, and it's to do with your fire. It's to do with like there's something that you're being called right now to embody. Some of you could be having some maybe encounters with that wilderness energy has been coming up, you see. Um, so there's something that the wilderness could be warning you of regarding your shadow. It's like there's something that needs to be embodied regarding your shadow right now. Like it needs to happen. It actually needs to happen. And it's going to happen either way. So this may be a time where you're having more intentional time with yourself regarding what it is that you're materializing in spirit, from spirit to the physical. So a big energy of practicality is showing up for you here. And a lot of situations do not like this. Okay, they do not like that you see something, or you are seeing something that even they themselves could not see or cannot see. So you could be having a conversation with a friend or maybe an acquaintance, and you have been revealed something that that would happen is either after that encounter or before that encounter. But you have been revealed something about this situation, even though it may be a bit dramatized, or it may be a bit like surreal. But there is something about the truth in that you're trusting even more. So it's like something plays out for you long before it even happens, and this is the time where you are trusting that even more. Wow. Scorpio, I'm going to stop here for now, and I wish you a blessed week. I'll come back with more videos as well, and do take care. Bye bye.